Like, okay, pause the music. So there are times when I clearly have an opinion on things because I'm old, like because I am old fashioned. I believe in certain things, right? But I am also very much aware that the world around us is moving on its own. Like it's constantly evolving and things are different. So
Yeah.
the stupid fucking conversation I found myself in, the argument that I'm having over, like I'm not having the argument, like the argument's over, like because I refuse to continue, is that this girl is telling me that it is weird that this person that I'm talking to, or that I'm getting her to talk to, or whatever, this person is not normal, or like I guess sane for whatever reason, because whatever phrase she decided to use, because he is looking for, we could say love on the internet, but let's
He wants pussy.
yeah, he's looking for sex on the internet, and she's like, that's not normal. People don't do that. And that statement in and of itself is like the most detached statement you could possibly fucking make in 2019. Like to actually use,
75% of the people on the internet,
are looking
like,
for sex.
getting
Not
on,
necessarily looking for sex, but they are looking for
just,
relationships.
they want to come. They want to
Yes.
come or have a relationship. They want to mate, at the very least.
Yes, and that's a good chunk of the reason they're on the internet. But the problem is that she doesn't get that because she's not doing that. And I think like it's kind of like the best way I can describe it is there are people who think The Walking Dead is dying or is not good anymore, or that people don't watch it, and they think that because they don't watch The Walking Dead anymore. The people who don't watch The Walking Dead are like, oh, people still watch it. I haven't heard about that in forever. The weird thing is they don't understand that because
If
they
it's
don't
outside your
watch it.
consciousness, of course you don't.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
have.
there's a good portion of the population that don't understand that there's a group of people who identify themselves as being into My Little Pony by calling themselves bronies. I mean, I'm sure that a good percentage of the population doesn't know this, but it's a pretty big thing.
Oh no, it's like it's a massive thing, and like I'm sure
Yeah,
that there are people out
but
there who would find out that this. Oh, you're an adult male. You like My Little Pony? It was like, isn't it kind of weird? Like, because like no one else does, like no other adult males do that. It's like no, there's actually a lot of us. I've never heard of it. Well, the things you've never heard of could fill a book. The shit you,
several, if we're being
yes,
honest.
like the shit you don't know is it's a massive cornucopia of information. To be completely fair, the things that you don't believe happen, or the things that you're like, no, that like because no one does that. That's not real. No, it's very real. It's just not you're not aware of it, or you just don't believe in it. Now, I would say like it's understandable there are people out there who don't believe that sitting at home all day playing video games can become a lucrative career. You would be very much wrong. There are people who make thousands of dollars by just playing video games. Like they have to be good, mind you. They're not just playing video games. They're very, very good at the video games they play. And people who sponsor these leagues, much like a real like any other sport, basketball, football, baseball,
Yeah,
they
Overwatch League makes buku money.
yeah, like people who like that's a thing. And there are people out there who are not gonna, who are never gonna like buy into that idea. Like, well, that's not a real thing. That's not a real career. I was like, well, these people, if anything, they're only ruining their wrists and eyes. Damn it. Like, and I know that there are people out there who feel like that's not fair. Like, this isn't real sports. Like, this shouldn't be on TV. And it's like, I understand that you believe that, but you're wrong. And at the end of the day, you're going to continue to be wrong simply because your brain says that this isn't what I believe in, or I don't know of this thing. So, she probably won't see this video. And if she does, she's probably going to be pissy. And if you're seeing this video right now and you are getting pissy, you know I don't fucking care because you were wrong. Now, you're never going to know that you're wrong, because to know that you're wrong, you would have to go out of your way to talk to other people and find out how the world views this thing. And it would be at that point you would find out that, oh, so there are a lot of people who get on the internet and they try to find a relationship. There are people who have left the homes they lived in to find a relationship. Because again, if you have if you are looking for a relationship and you are of a certain age, let's say you're a you're out of high school. Like if you're out of high school, the best bet you've got at getting a relationship, getting into like a long standing relationship, is going to college. Now a lot of people
But
don't
you know, to be
bloom.
honest, with the technology and the modes of transportation we have these days, it's not out of like the scope of imagination to meet anyone you meet online, like in real life. Like it's practically feasible at this point in life. Like
I
there's no
mean,
reason to believe you can't.
you're living with a girl you met online.
Of course. So I mean, I'm biased. So.
Yeah, I mean, but no, it's not. It's not a matter. Of, no, it's not a matter of bias.
I
You're
mean,
in a
I'm living
different.
proof, I guess,
You
if nothing else.
yes, because you used to live with here in my town. You used to be
Yeah.
like a 5 minute drive away across town, and now you're in a different time zone. It's not at all impossible to be like, oh, hey, I want to be with you. Where do you live? Oh, I live in America. Oh, I live in Europe. Okay, so this can't work. No, it can work. Like I'm willing to leave. Like if this relationship is definitely going to like pan out for me, no, I'll leave here and come see you and like at least visit to see if this is going to work out. We just have to know if it's going to work out beforehand. So again, I just like as she said, so I don't know if she's like having a stroke or just you know, or she could just be dumb. Like if you're watching this from the out into to an outside world, you come off that statement comes off as like narrow minded and dumb. Like it's kind of like you're the really old guy who just doesn't get life anymore, or in this case, the old woman who doesn't get life. Now there are a lot of things that I disagree with. That I'm like, yeah, that shouldn't be a thing. Like that's just not kosher. But they're still real. Like they are very much still happening. But to say like, oh, anybody on the internet looking for love or sex, like in specifically you said sex. There are apps exclusively dedicated to people looking for hookups, like one night stands or whatever. Tinder and Grinder are like geo. What's the word I'm looking for here? They use geolocation to find other people in your area who may fit your criteria, so that you can go get some. Like I'm just like they're just putting it out there. Like that's what they're for. It's just explicitly for sex. It's not for anything else. Now, if you turn that into a relationship, that's cool, but it's for people to get. I was about to say it's for people to go get AIDS, but if they get AIDS, it's really like their own fault, I suppose. It sounds this pickaxe sounds like Woody Woodpecker, and it's like, well, if like understand like the person I'm talking about, I do consider a friend, and the words I'm using may make it seem like I don't look at her that way, but no, if you're being stupid, you're being stupid. Like, and especially when you take a strong stance on something and you're wrong, you come off as extremely stupid. Like, you know, like there was an entire conversation we had about like whether or not TV or whatever, like TV or if TV would die, like network television would
Yeah,
die out.
TV and short. Yeah.
And like, yeah, and personally, I see TV as it's not gonna. First off, it's never gonna completely die. But streaming platforms are gonna become TV. And what I mean by that is each one is basically going to become its own channel, like offering its own programming. And eventually it's going to cost you more and more the more they decide to, like, well, we're going to charge you for this because we're trying to make these shows happen.
Yeah,
And
because
it's,
every year that Netflix makes more shows, it ups its price.
yeah, it
It's
just
up to
went up
like
again.
$14. Yeah.
And, like, personally, I just, like, I don't pay for Netflix. I only got 1 year of Hulu because they were having the Black Friday deal. So like we have a strong like differing opinion. But as somebody who streams and has network TV, like cable TV, like I'm sorry to say like yeah, I can tell you that it's not gonna die out, like not completely, because it's still making money. And as long as it makes money, as long as AT&T can get paid from it, Comcast can get paid from it, if they can offer it to people especially like older people, it's always going to be there. Now, those older people who are used to TV will eventually dwindle, but it's like because I think the last of the '80s babies, like they, me, Mr. Newman, the last of us, when we all die out in like I'd say what 50 to 70 years, like there's going to be a large chunk of people who won't have used cable TV. But that doesn't mean that it's not gonna like go away. Like that doesn't mean it's gonna go away completely. And if it does, I can't say that like I'm gonna be like, brokenhearted, or I'll be surprised, but I won't like be like, well, like I won't make up excuses. Like, but I will be fine. I will find it really hard to, because it's almost at 50%. It's almost 50% of people who do view like media view it through like a streaming service and not cable. So I'm very aware that like the numbers are dwindling, but the numbers are still in favor of cable TV. So for me to say, and I'm making a point here. I promise you, I am. Like for me to say, well, yeah, no, it's wrong. You're wrong, and it's okay. Like no. Like you're wrong. You won't. I don't know if you'll see this. I'm not gonna send it to you because that would just be an attack, and I'm not attacking you because again, you're. It's just one of those things. Like I can't believe somebody who is on the internet, who has made friends. Like, well, I'm not looking for sex on the internet. So the fuck what? If you okay. Here's what makes that statement extremely stupid. Follow me now, Seth. You can decide I'm finna go get something to eat. I mean, clearly this is hypothetical because you don't do that. But you can decide like I'm finna go get something to eat. Anybody can decide they're finna go get something to eat. They decide they want to go to a bar. They want to get a drink and they want to get some wings. They go to a bar. The intention is to get food. Does this mean you won't make a friend?
I mean, the possibility is always there.
The possibility is always there.
Yeah, that I would make a friend, but in most cases, no, I would not.
No, you wouldn't. No, not at all. You wouldn't even stay at the bar to eat. But the average person who goes to a bar, it's possible you might make a friend. Or you might go to a club and you might want to dance and you might be looking for people who are like-minded. You might be looking for people who really get down on a certain song that you're listening to. And you become friends. Now, they may be the same sex, they may be the opposite sex. And I guess that really doesn't matter. What I should have said is, they may be the sex you want to sex, or the sex you don't want to sex. Because people are different.
Anything in between.
Yes. Anyway, so, you may go out, find a friend, and that's all you went out for is like, oh, I found a friend. But maybe that friendship becomes more. Maybe that friendship becomes more. And any relationship is going to evolve into, like any like really solid friendship, there's a possibility that it's going to evolve into a romantic relationship. And a romantic relationship is going to become sexual. That is almost like that's the plus side to a romantic relationship, is that you get to diddle them at some point. So, although yeah, this dude that I've been talking to is clearly not I would say he is not exclusively looking for a friendship. He's definitely looking for sex. And he's looking for sex, and I understand him a little bit because I've been talking to him like as a person, and it's clear that he is not. How would I put this? How can I put this delicately? He's slow. Like I don't mean like people need to put a helmet on him slow. I mean like his view of the world is very skewed because he's either been very sheltered or he does have like a mental disability where he just doesn't get life. So yeah, I'd assume people like him are definitely going to be on the internet looking for smashies. But I can't help but say that I find it very like peculiar and almost mind blowing that somebody who is also on the internet since like the mid 2000 or the mid 2000 teens, would say that it's weird for a person to be on the internet looking for sex. When since the internet existed, that's kind of been what a lot of people used it for. Is to either sell sex, buy sex, or find sex. What's the difference between buying and finding it? Well, buying it, they're willing to pay money for it. Find it, they're hoping to get it for free.
I mean, because mind you, since anything that's created
Uh-huh.
gets sex involved in some point, like when people made the camera, like even back when they first made the camera, they still took pictures of naked people.
Of course they did.
What they
I
did.
mean, but why wouldn't they? Because to be fair, like when people started painting, that's what they did.
Yeah,
They painted pictures of people in the nude. People like sex. People love sex.
and sex sells.
It does. And it never won't. Cause I feel like even like people like at Disney. Okay, look, I've said this before, and I know it comes off as a joke, but I'm not exactly joking when I say that the people who made Lilo and Stitch, they knew what they were doing when they made Stitch's big. I mean Lilo's big sister. That wasn't an accident.
Yeah,
That wasn't an accident. You know
yeah,
exactly what I'm talking about
very,
too, don't you?
very, very like.
She
But
she
that's just what they did.
she fine as hell. That's what we saying. Like if you even if you're a heterosexual female, if you look at her, you're like, oh no, she has a really nice body. She got a banging body. She got big hips, a fat ass, and a thin waist. She's fine. like, like Stitch's little sister is fine, boy. the yeah, sex sales. It has always sold, and like that's never gonna change. And like the internet is just a gateway to find sex. I mean, there's like using the internet for sex is weird. No one does that, really, or like it's rare. People don't really do it. The whole idea of buying a Russian bride on the internet, that that's really all I can say. That because that's very much a thing. That it might not be true. I think that is true. I think you can actually find there are websites where you can go and find women who are looking for citizenship in America and will marry you for said citizenship.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's true, but
I'm almost positive it's true, but I'm not gonna go look it up. And I'm just telling you right now, the dudes who marry those chicks, they're expecting sex. And it's like, but that's not always true. Oh no, that's true. Why were you hitting at my lure?
I was just saying if I can make it react.
But yeah, I had to get that off my chest because it was stupid that somebody would even begin to say something like that. Like, me and her disagree on a lot of things. And she has this idea, well, you know, me and you, like, you constantly disagree with everything I say. I was like, yeah, because you just say stupid stuff a lot. Like, not things disagree with. No, you say stupid stuff. This is one of the stupid things you said because it's not a matter of like I disagree with this. No, it's not me disagreeing with it. It's factually fucking wrong. It's like it's so frustrating. You know, it's like cuz like okay, I don't necessarily believe that PC gamers are like elite. I don't think they're better than us. But there are more people who play video games on PC than there are people who play games on console. And there's a lot of benefits to playing on PC. But the flaw in that is there's a lot of benefits to playing on console. Like, there just are. Alright?
There's a fuck ton of turtles here. But yeah, whenever you play a game on PC, it's like, well, do I have right setup? Like, what do
Like,
I
what
have
do
to
I have to do
complete
to my
to make this
PC to
work?
make this game play well? As
Yeah,
opposed to on a
and
console,
while
it's like put it in
by
the
the end
fucking
of it,
game
it does
console.
look better and it plays better and smoother, you still had to do a fuck ton of things to make that happen.
Yeah.
Whereas it's literally pop the disc in, let it install or update,
download or
play.
yeah. And like if you say, well, that's all well and good, but like there's no but. There's simply no but to that. Like I want to play my game.
Like it's just the convenience of it.
Yes, it's faster. It's like, yeah, but you're like net. I don't care about the net code. I don't care that it doesn't play well. Okay, then I won't play online. It's that simple. I don't play online at all. Like, well, I do, but I mean competitively, I don't play video games online to beat people up and win. It's like there are flaws in the fight of what's better, console or PC. It's what you like. But this is different. This is not a matter of doing like get what you like. This is a matter of like, no, chick, you were fucking wrong.
Because again, you wouldn't assume like in Japan that there's a large number of people who are just marrying their avatar girlfriends, but they are
They are. I mean, not just that, but they're also dating.
dating them, going on vacation with them,
Yeah, like their body pillows and stuff like that.
and there's
Simply be
hotels
that cater
catered
to
to
this. Yes, and it's mostly because they feel like it's way easier
less
to.
stressful. There's no one judging them,
Yeah, it's
and they're
just
just doing their job and enjoying their
coming
life.
home and then coming.
And
Ha
they
ha
don't
ha ha
stop
ha!
coming,
Because I
and they
said a
don't
funny
stop
thing.
coming, and they don't stop coming.
Oh gosh, they just don't stop coming. Why'd you take so many sticks? What did you do with the sticks? What are you doing?
I replenished our torches.
Ah, okay. Yes, you did. I see that. Okay. I've said you said stupid things. I've said stupid a lot. This is not designed to insult you. It is just designed to like get it out because no one can stop me here. This is one of those. See, this is why I don't want to be your friend. Like, all right, like if this is one of those things that makes like somebody say like this is why no one would be friends with you. You have to realize they said something really fucking dumb. Period. They said something mad stupid. And I'm just pointing out how flawed their statement is. And I'm saying it on a, I guess you could say, oh, God damn it, I knew it was going to happen. Like, well, you're saying on a public platform and you're embarrassing them. How? I didn't say any names. The only, I've done this once before and she didn't like it then either, but I can't say that I care. There once upon a time, like me and her had a disagreement about something. And I screenshotted the entire like the conversation and posted it to Facebook. And she was like, "Why would you do that? That's like an invasion of privacy." It's not a fucking invasion of privacy. No one knew it was. No, the only person who knew it was you was you. Like it's not an invasion of privacy. It's like saying, it's like if you go into a crowded room and you tell people that you had sex. And you don't say with who, but it's with the person in question, like one of the people there. And their response is to go, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you just told everyone that." It's like, I didn't say I fucked you. I just said I had sex. You ratted yourself out. So if you see this, the sad thing is you kind of can't. You kind of can't. You can't comment for sure, because then you'll just be outing yourself. But anybody who sees this is going to be like, I can't believe somebody would say something so blatantly dumb. I was like, yeah, I can't either. And she's somebody who I kind of always felt might be smart. And this is not saying that she isn't smart. This is just simply saying, from time to time, we are all idiots. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.